Well, let's see if I can be brief here. 7th year, 143rd day, first video. Smitten. Why is it so important? And especially to me, why is it so important? I've gone through the movie now. First of all, I want to address the harsh critics. The phrase condemned to love, it was a possible name for this movie. I think they need to be condemned to, or they condemn themselves to money, city life, cynicism, violence, fossil fuels. You may not understand what I mean by that, but I won't go into it now. And they shouldn't harp on the faults. There are some faults in this movie. I know there are. But name a better. I would say name a better, or even another that has achieved or as much as Barry has done. I could get warmed up on this, so you know what I'm going to do? I'll just sort of leave the harsh critics behind. I think they should recant, save their reputation, or make their reputation. At one point in the movie, it said, "Our foolish ways have stained our past and darkened our future." That is so true. And now, more than ever, many of us realize that. This movie was made in 2018, 2017. People knew it then. People knew it 50 years ago. But anyway, that is so true. And what Barry has done is he's given a dream for now. A dream, it's not realistic, not attainable, really. But it's like Swiss Family Robinson was once. The Swiss Family Robinson, the book, the movie, it was not realistic at all. I put in the same genre, basically, Robinson Crusoe, even less realistic. The lesser known Jules Verne's The Mysterious Island, not realistic, but it was a dream for a time. And Barry has given us a sweet dream for this time. People, the term off-grid is just so popular now. Minimalism, the idea, is popular with the tiny houses and stuff, etc. And people that have seen this movie or criticized it would say, "I want to go there." Forget the movie. I want to go to that place. Well, good. That's a dream. That's a dream. But how do you get there? How do you get there? This movie that Barry has made is not the movie that I have imagined as so needed, but it is needed, and he has done it, and he deserves credit for that. In my opinion, millions or billions of people are going to be leaving cities soon. It's begun already, and it has to happen for the sake of the environment, for the sake of, I don't have time to go into that, but it has to happen. And they might as well go, if they can, with a vision, with a dream that they may never be able to fill out, but they may as well have a dream. And that's what he's done. They're going to go whether they want to go, leave those cities or not. They're going to be leaving the cities, I'm sure of it. And this can at least make some of them so that they want to leave the city because of this vision of beauty that Barry has given. Now, if you want to know why it's so important, particularly to me, well, I've made an appeal in a video called Raison d'être, and this was in when I turned 70. This was in 2016. I'll give the link. I'm going to give some links below here, and if you really want to hear why I was so excited about this movie finally, is because it's like Barry, without having heard my appeal. It was basically for the artists to step forward for this great need that we have right now. Politicians can't do it. Scientists have done what they can. It's going to take artists. And Barry is an artist, and he's stepped forward, and he's given this dream. As I say, it's not quite what I imagine, because I'm not that kind of an artist. I'm not a filmmaker, but I still stepped forward as best I could to imagine a movie that might do this. And when I made that appeal, it was before Greta became famous, before Trump was elected, before COVID-19 struck. And all three of those things, this positive, this negative, this mixed, believe it or not. And now, well, I can't explain all this. But anyway, if you would go to that, I'll give you the link. That ended up leading to a playlist, which is 29 videos long, where I described a movie that I imagined needed to be made, something like that, to the best that I could. Later on, I did the making of Resurrection. I was calling this movie that I imagined Resurrection, and that was 35. That is 35 videos long. I did that in 2019 to get it off my chest, in a way, what I felt needed to be done. And then I even gave a year of updates for Hope. I now think of the movie as my imagined movie, as the name for it as Hope rather than Resurrection. But it's there. And this year of updates was 9 videos long, and that was just last year that I did that. So if you really want to know why it's so important to me, you would have to do, you'd have to do some clicking on some links and put some time in, if you care to. But I've really spent quite enough time on this for now. Oh, and these videos about Smitten, I'll put them in I have put them in a playlist of their own. I'll give all these links in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.